are learning the Sefer Pituchei Chotam, and we are back in the Hefter Media Lab with our producer, Zach Newmark. Let's learn. It's Parshas Vayera. Wow, do we have an unbelievable Torah from Rabbi Yaakov Avichatzira Zecher Tzaddik Levracha. And you read the pasuk, and you're like, okay, this is, Avraham sees some guests, invites them in, takes some water, wash your feet, have a little rest under the tree. Sounds like, nice hospitable person, wonderful. Rabbi Yaakov sees here, wow, you say this. You say this in living, you say this in fighting the Yetzer Hara, you say this in growing, and you say it in Mikva. So listen to this. Kadosh Baruch Hu created the world, so the basic Yesodis, the elements, the four visible elements that you can see in the world are Eish, Ruach, Mayim, and Ofer. That's fire, wind, water, and dirt. Those are your four basic elements. And they correspond to the four Eilamas in Kabbalah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates the world. There's an Eilam first of Atzilus, an Eilam of Bria, of creation, Yitzira, formation, Asiyah, of doing, that's our world. So these Arabic says everything is made up of these four basic Yesodis. That's on a spiritual level and physically what we can see. The person also has these elements inside of him. And they can be used for good or for not so good. So we can use Eish, the passion, the fire, to do a mitzvah. And you can use that same passion, that drive, to do the wrong thing. The Yetzer Hara tries to use all of these Yesodis, all of these fundamental aspects of us for the Ra. And our job is to combat the Yetzer Hara. So for instance, the Yetzer Hara will take the Eish, the Yesod of Eish, and it'll get you burning and excited and passionate about doing the wrong thing, about filling your ta'avot, filling your taivas. He'll use the Yesod of Ruach to make a person floaty, lofty, kalas reish, living like on a different plane, like not being practical, not living in this world, taking everything lightly. The Yesod of Mayim, which is something that always flows from a high place to a low place, it goes quickly, it flows, so it makes it very easy to do Averos, to do the wrong thing. And the Yesod of Ofer, dirt, which is heavy, so that's where all that atzlus, that laziness, that, just I can't get up this morning. That's the Yetzer Hara using the Yesod of Ofer to counter you, to challenge you. And our job is to fight the Yetzer Hara. So as the Rebbe says, you got to combat. We understand that if there's a fire, what do you use to put out a fire? You bring water. And if you take water, which is slowing you want to evaporate that water, you got to bring fire. You got to go to you got to use the other Yesod, the other foundation, the other principle to help you out. And he says what's amazing about Torah, we find Torah is called a tavlin for the Yetzer Hara. It's an antidote. It's like a spice. Rebecca says because we find that the Yetzer Hara loves using Eish. It gets you pumped up, passionate, excited to do the wrong thing. The taiva gets you aroused, gets you excited. So how do you fight that? So one way you could do, you got Torah. Ein mayim ela Torah. Water. We got to put out that fire. How do you put out the fire? With water. And the Emes says Torah can be used as a fire also. But the Iker says Rabbi Yaakov, L'olam yargiz adam yetzer toiv al Yetzer Hara. Whatever you do, you got to keep fighting. The Yetzer Hara will find, he'll use all the, even if you combat in one area, he'll come out with you with Ofer, come out with you with Ruach, with Mayim, with Eish. He's always playing the game. So we got to have we have to be set, we got to be ready to fight him with our utilities and artillery as well. The Avos HaKadoshim used the Yesod of Mayim to combat the Yesod of Eish. Eish was prevalent. That's what gets you to do avoid the Zorah. It's excitement, passion. So how do you combat that? So Avraham Avinu had a Mayim. He had a stream of water next to his house. And when his guests would come, he'd tell them, say, why don't you take a dunk in that mikvah? He understood when people were coming to him, they wanted to connect to the real thing, they wanted to connect to the Rebbeinu Shalom. And the first place he sent them was to the mikvah. He sent them to the Yesod of Mayim. And this is a Yerusha that we have from the Avos, that when we're coming to fight the Yitzhahara, the Eish, we have to use Mayim. So let's take a look at the pasuk. Yukachna ma'at mayim v'rachatzu raglechem. The angels, Avraham didn't know, he thought they were regular people. Here he is on the third day after his meal is in pain. He just wants to do chesed. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends him 3 malachim. He takes his regular people, and he comes to him and he says, people are coming to me, these random people, and they're coming to Avraham Avinu. What does that mean? They want to get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He tells him, Yukachna ma'at mayim. Take a little bit of water, have a stream here. Dunk into the mayim. Go into the mikva. And this, I think, he's teaching us the Yesod of mikva. If you'll externally put yourself into mayim, that will allow the pnimius, that awakens the pnimius, that allows us to get the Yesod of mayim, to put out that inner fire that's inside of us. V'rachatzu raglechem. Raglechem is from Lashon of hergel, the things we're so accustomed to doing. We have to wash that away. We wash that away, and where does that bring us? V'yishanu tachas eitz. That'll bring us to come to relax under the tree. What tree? This is the Eitz HaChaim. We're coming in contact with the Rabbanah Shalom, but not the Eitz Hadas Toivera. We're washing that away. We're coming in contact with the Eitz HaChaim. There's something in Gematria called Hakah. Hakah is like a multiplication of letters. So if you take Yud Kei Vav Kei, the Shem Yud Kei Vav Kei, and you multiply the first 2 letters against themselves, so you take 10 times 50, 50 times 10, gives you 100. And then you take the last 2 letters, Vav, and Hey, is 6 times 5, and 5 times 6 gives you 6. It gives you 160. That's the remez of the 8s in this pasuk. We're coming to rest under HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is a general idea and something even practical. General, we're made up of Yesodis, and we got to counter. When we're feeling passionate, we got to find a way to cool ourselves down with some water. When we're feeling blah, we got to find a way to get pumped up with some Torah, with some Eish of Torah. And practically, there's that concept of Mikva. And when you go into the Mikva, you're connecting to the Mayim, to this Yesod of Mayim. So if Eish is an issue, you're dealing with the passion for the wrong, with the Averas, jump into the Mikva, cool down a little bit, and that'll affect even your pnimius, and that'll allow us to come to sit with HaKadosh Baruch Hu under the Eitz HaChaim. Have an awesome Shabbos.